Okay, when I first hear about initial public opinion, I always try to assume the opposite will be the truth once everyone stops caring. When I hear that Fall Guys is the next Minecraft, Fortnite, Rocket League, and Prozac, I always go, probably not. Then the servers crash because so many people are trying to log on and I feel a bit stupid. So not liking a game that the internet has decided to be the best thing ever is probably not something that'll make me YouTuber of the year, but chill the fuck out is my first statement. The funny little bean game will not be harmed by the funny little beanie man. The second comment I want to respond to is yes, I did play this with friends. It went great.
If you fall, Pepto-Bismol is gonna get you.
It's coming.
Oh, the Pepto-Bismol's
No!
coming. Go, 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 go.
No! No!
Fall Guys is a game about a game show in the memory of things like Whiplash, Nickelodeon, and the Bush administration. The goal here is not to shoot the small bean humans, but to navigate obstacle courses and solve various challenges, all while avoiding other players getting in your way to the point where you'll wish it was a game about shooting people. Meaning it's Battle Royale for Mario fans, which is actually not a bad concept, nor is it really offensive in its execution. You jump through courses while trying not to get knocked out and beat competitors to the end. The appeal lies in the way that the physics engine directly complements the map designs. That's a delicate and YouTuber-y way to say that everything is designed to send you flying across the screen, be that in the form of a hammer, a sliding door, or a wrecking ball. Thankfully, the characters pop up almost instantly once they're no longer impeded, and if you're in first place, the game is perfectly enjoyable. When you fall, the teleportation back to your checkpoint is fast, and really the obstacles are reasonable to avoid once you get the timing down. But then you might have noticed that I used the word in first place, and you might be wondering what happened to the other 59 players in that match with you.
Get her down! Get off me! Get her hand! Get the fuck off me!
Yeah, okay, so technically the game controls fine, except for the fact that everyone in the match is constantly breaking social distancing and squeezing themselves into the same platforms as you. And if anyone touches you, it's very easy for them to knock you over. There's nothing more irritating to me than having my movements under the control of a raging mob. So take this as I mean it when I say that watching every potential speed bump in the game get swallowed up by the pink embrace of death makes me genuinely happy that they are no longer having a good time. Fuck that person. I'm telling you right now, investing in this game long term is a quick way to go insane. One is perfectly capable of handling this game in short bursts before booting up the next Rainbow update, but please for the love of God, never try to play this game in the search of a win. I mean, most people play video games to win, but there is a genuine undercurrent of other people that like games because they're fun, and this is the squad that Fall Guys hopefully attracts. Hell, I'm one of those people, trust me. The competitive spark died in me the moment I hit rank 1 and stared at nothing but a large expanse of people that fucking hated me. Also, unlike Fortnite, you can't win as a team. It doesn't matter if you get the crown or if the smug cunt in your PlayStation party does, you ain't sharing this one. When playing in a group, you'll happily suffer with your friends. If you don't say make it past the first round but Jake does, be prepared to sit there scrolling through your Twitter feed waiting for him to get dropped in the final round. The game also has a giant griefing community. You could, in theory, push the button that reveals everyone's names, search out your buddies, and work together to ruin other people's days. But that's only if you can coordinate fast enough when the round starts. Usually the start of the round has everyone tripping over each other and fighting to be first. The obstacle courses themselves aren't really the selling point as much as it is the interplay with other people. Fall Guys does have another type of game inside it, and those are the team games. These will randomly split the remaining cast members into groups, which can go from 2 to 3 to 4. These will make you do things like collect balls, catch tails, and play soccer, each of which pits the physics engines against your own team. I know whining is both my biggest strength and biggest nuisance, but special attention needs to be given to this particular minigame. The goal here is to collect eggs with your team and place them in a basket. You have a dedicated grab button to pick up objects and latch onto other Beanie Babies. The problem is that once all of the eggs in the center have been grabbed, the only way to get points is by stealing eggs from the other team baskets. Which seems simple, except the way out of their fucking basket requires you to climb 2 steps and your hands are basically unavailable. So you need to do 3 precise jumps, but ho-ho, there's another problem. These zones have enough space to fit a moderate thesis in them and nothing else. Meaning that when everyone gets the same idea, people will begin piling into each other so there's no fucking way out once you get inside. Is there something wrong with me? Is there a convenient fire escape that beckons me out of the ball pit? Don't answer that, I'm sure your team needs your words more than I do. Also, this game has the highest potential for Freudian psychoanalysis I've seen yet. People will do things that directly contradicts their goals just because they see other people doing it. In the minigame where you have to steal the tail, people will literally attack their own teammates because all they know is to chase people with tails. For those who don't know, this minigame has 4 teams and a certain amount of tails. You can hold on to a tail to score a point for your group, and if someone grabs you, that tail goes on to them and they get a point. As you can imagine, this turns into a giant game of tag, but if you have the tail and are technically doing all you can to win the match, it won't matter if your chums don't feel like getting any of their own. I know that's the nature of team games ever, but as soon as the match is over, these people are my fucking enemies again. The most popular opinion I've heard about this game is that it's best played with friends, which I agree. When I play Gang Beasts or Interactive Buddy, I'll laugh at the relatively weighty systems because I can direct that hatred onto the familiar face of someone I actually know. Though if you flip that onto the faceless mass of people without sympathetic identities, I get filled with the same thoughts that probably fueled several mass murders. That said, nothing hammered this home for me like trying to get a win in this fucking game. Oh yeah, I knew I couldn't pull a video without someone commenting, "Oh, maybe you're just bad," in between moments of breaking eye contact with their can of vodka-infused monster, so I spent several hours trying to get a fucking win just to get screwed by some jerk dragging me down with him. Then those days became nights, and I get PTSD when I see those seesaws. Then something weird happened. I made it to the final round, and the game mode was the Hex minigame. In this mode, everyone starts on the top of a tower, and every hexagon of that tower will disappear when stepped on. So, like a piece of shit, I instantly dropped down to the bottom layer of the tower to clean house, systematically ruining the frat house until the cops showed up, and suddenly players started dropping into my reality and fell straight through the fucking cracks. Until this dickhead showed up, and he gets in my way and sending me down the hole for the last time. Just kidding, I found out how to elongate my jump, and fuck him. So I won a match after what was days of trying, and well, I stopped caring. I didn't play each match internally grinding my teeth, and Fall Guys transformed into something else entirely. No longer did I play to reach the end of the track, now I played to make sure the guys near me didn't. Games like Fall Guys are important because they remind me it's okay to chill out, take off my headset and put on a podcast or some doggy corgi, because for once I don't actively need to hear sound, and in some cases I wouldn't want to. Though this mellow tranquility always snapped back into reality when I played the door guessing minigame and suddenly found myself trying to squeeze past 30 screaming California raisins. Will this game stay popular? I don't know, that's beyond me. But will I keep playing it once this video is over? Probably not. Maybe when they inevitably add more stages and games, or if my friends decide they want to like me again. I mean, at the least, the Twitter account is having fun, though I wouldn't expect that to last once the platform it's on inevitably gets to it. Trust me on that one. As for the quality of Fall Guys, it's not terrible, infuriating maybe, but it really does get better when you stop caring. Once I got that solo win, it felt like a weight was taken off my shoulders, and what little energy I could devote to the game was taken up by the lo-fi radio I had going next to it. Speaking of attention deficits, that's my way of ending this video. I know this isn't what most people expect out of a Dead by Daylight channel, though if I'm reading this right, only 30% of you know who I actually am, and the other 70% are readying some variation of 3 comments. By the way, I know the few of you might start screaming that I quit Dead by Daylight, and that's not true. Stop embarrassing me in front of the cool people, okay? Anyway, where's my sub pitch? If you like Dead by Daylight, subscribe. If you enjoy when I talk about random games in the public consciousness, subscribe. If you don't like Dead by Daylight, don't subscribe. It's too late. I'm already in your algorithm, bitch. Anyway, there's a new killer out for that game. Will I talk about it soon? No.